Yo, what's up YouTube, it's Greenflame here, and guess what? Guess who's doing a mod review on a 1.7 mod? I know, it's about time. So this mod is actually made exclusively for 1.7. It is a new mod, and it is made by Professor Flaxbeard, and it goes by the name of Professor Flaxbeard's Wondrous Steam Power mod. It's a very long name, and Wayla does not like it, but yeah, let's just get these up because these were full of ingots. So what does this mod do? It pretty much adds a bunch of things that are powered by steam, which is a very cool mechanic that is added by this mod using boilers and is transported around using pipes into various different tools and heaters, which you use to heat vanilla furnaces. It's really cool. It's a really awesome mod, and let's get on into it. So first thing you're going to want to do when you're in this mod, if you're off in survival, you want to make this book right here. It's called a Steamed Innovation. You create it by using a book and 2 of the World Gen ores. As you can see right here, those are copper and zinc that melt into their respective ingot form. So when you open it up, what do you get? You get right here, you get this cover page, and when you open it up, you get an introduction to pretty much everything in this mod and everything it has to offer. It's really nice, it's really cool, but that's what this review is for, is it's to show you some of the things in video form. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mine up a bunch of copper and zinc. It's going to be your basis to a lot of things in this mod. So once you do that, I got a little bit right here, you're going to want to create a mold. This right here is a blank mold. It is created with 2 bricks in a pressure plate fashion, and it creates a blank mold. And you're going to then want to make a carving table. How do you make a carving table? Well, it's any type of wood planks with a blank mold at the top. And this lets you create your molds that you're going to want to put in the mold block. I'm going to say mold a lot because that's the name of the blocks. It's a little confusing because the item and then the block form are both called molds. But you're going to take another blank mold and right-click it on your carving table, and it's going to carve and imprint a mold onto here. So you can right-click and go in between the nugget form, the plate form, and then the ingot. So then you right-click it onto your mold block, and then it is now imprinted with that. So why is it set up like this? Why is it set up in front of these sort of cauldron-looking things? Well, these are crucibles. These are created with a cauldron shaped with bricks, and it creates a crucible. You're going to want to put that either over fire or lava to then melt the ingots you're going to toss into it, and you're going to want then your molds to be facing. You're going to want it to be facing this way. So you're going to want to be aiming the opposite direction of your crucible and place it. Then you're going to want, seem to have lost the cast. You're going to want to be doing that. So how do you make the requisite stuff to get on into the boiler stuff? So this boiler stuff is made from brass. Now that is not a World Gen ore. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to combine your 2 World Gen ores in the crucible to then create an alloy called brass. Now, what is the recipe for brass? Well, it is 3 ingots of copper and 1 ingot of zinc. As you can see, it changed color to this sort of greenish, orangish color. Now you're going to want to pour it into your molds. Now you can't do it while it's open, because that would just cool off too fast and only create half a mold. You're going to want to close it. Great. I don't know why that went that way. Can you go this way, please? Oh, it's because I placed it that way. Great. Let's just break this. Let's place it this way. Place the ingot. There we go. So you're going to want to close it. Going to want to go like that, and you're going to see it lower just a little bit. As you see right there, you get, I believe, 3 or 4 ingots out of this. Open it up, and you end up with a brass ingot. Now you can do the same with the mold for the plates. So let's just do 1, 2, 3, and 1. Now let's see if it's going to go the right direction. Nope, of course it isn't, because I did it that way. There we go. And take the plate mold, place it there, close it up, tip it over, let it fill up, open it back up, and you got yourself a brass plate. So brass plates and brass ingots are pretty much the basis. There's a couple of recipes that use nuggets, but I'm not going to make it because that's just the same thing as you've just seen right here. So brass plates, brass nuggets, let's see what you can use them for. You can use them for many different things. A lot of these recipes are interchangeable with brass nuggets, or brass ingots rather. So what you're going to want to do next is then create a boiler. Now, boiler doesn't seem to think that there's a recipe for it, but there is. As you see right here, it is brass ingots and or brass plates, like I said, interchangeable, surrounding a furnace. And that makes a boiler. So let's take the boiler, bring it over here, place it down, and let's just run our fluid conduits, which is just from Ender.io. This is just so we can fill it with water. So, as you know, steam is made by heating up water. It's the byproduct of that. So then we're just going to take some water. Also, you're going to need tanks, I forgot to mention, to then hold your steam. So I'm just going to take 2, which are just a circle of brass plates or brass ingots. Place them up top. There we go. So those will then hold. And let's just connect this up. There we go. As you can see, the reservoir is working away. And this will be filling up with water shortly. And now, to then create steam, what we're going to need to do is fill it up with any sort of combustible stuff. So I'm going to take, where is the block of coal? There it is, block of coal. Then take steam, and so this is now creating steam. It's good, it's contained and everything, but you're going to want to do stuff with that steam, right? So the first thing you can do is the steam hammer, which is created like this: a block of iron, 2 iron ingots, and then 2 brass ingots or brass plates, and you get a hammer. So let's just take the hammer. There we go. Let's place it. Let's place it like I did over here. So you also got these pipes. So that's how you actually transfer steam around. So it can be attached to any of these tanks. Whoop. Oh, lag spike. All right, there we go. So it's created by just doing a line and line of ingots or plates. So let's just get some pipe. Actually, let's just get a stack of pipes. So like this. So as you can hear, you're going to need a closed system for your steam. As you see right here, it's just going to be letting loose and wasting all your steam that you have in here. So let's quickly place the steam hammer before that noise annoys every one of you. And you're going to then want to place an anvil on top. The steam hammer won't do anything unless you have the anvil below it. So let's get an anvil. Just a regular anvil. Place it below. And now you have, whenever you click on the steam hammer, you get the interface of the anvil below. So you might be just thinking, oh, so it really doesn't really do much. No, this actually takes out the enchantment level needed in repairing stuff. So this uses steam in exchange for the levels needed. So say I have this. Let's take another sword. Let's take a diamond sword and let's spawn in. What do we want to do? Spawn in some chickens. Yeah, sounds good. So let's just spawn in a bunch of chickens. Let's kill them, let's damage our sword. Oh no, our sword is damaged. We want to replace it, or rather repair it. So then you're going to take some diamonds like you would normally. If I could find, never was good at finding things in NEI. There we go. So you take it, you put the sword, as you can see right here, it's actually on top of the anvil. It looks really nice. And then put in your click. So, I don't know exactly what I did wrong over here. I really don't know. But it does seem to work over at this one, so I'm just going to start doing it like this. So you put the diamond hammer in here, you put your repair material right here, and boom, it starts repairing it. As you can hear, smack, boom, repaired. You got it. You got your diamond sword back. It's really nice. It's a really cool alternative to the vanilla repair system because it doesn't take levels in this mod, which is nice and not a nuisance to get. So the next thing you're going to want to do early on in game is then get some of these steam heaters, which are using copper nuggets as opposed to the brass nuggets that you can make. So copper nuggets are just, you get 9 from 1 copper ingot, and So use that, you use brass ingots, a furnace, and a pipe. So these heaters actually can be used as a power source for furnaces. So you can take any real like vanilla food, so let's just take a fish, take a raw fish. So we have these hooked up to the side of a vanilla furnace. As you can see, Wayla tells us this is from Minecraft. So what you would usually need to do is put in a fuel source down here, but no, you got the steam from your boiler. So let's just put it in. Boom! As you can see, without anything in here, it's cooking. It's cooking away with these heaters. And once it's done, you're going to get steamed fish, which is a nice food source. I believe it has 2 more, so 1 little chicken leg more hunger healing than usual, and I believe like 0.2 saturation more, which is cool. So the next item, or rather block, is the item mortar, which is a cool little a cool little block that is added in this mod, and can be just used as an item transportation system. So how do you aim this thing? So the item mortar, when you place it down, or actually the recipe rather, is a brass piston, which is this, surrounded in brass plates and copper plates. So that's cool. Once you place it down, it's going to be facing in a random direction. The way you then aim it is you're just going to shift right click on the ground. It's going to then be, oh, lag spike again. I have no idea why it keeps doing this, but you'll, alright. As you can see right here, you can see the coordinates that it's aimed at. Then you're going to then right click on your item mortar. It's going to adjust itself to aim in that direction. Then you feed any item into it with a hopper, a vanilla hopper. So you just right click on it and wait for it to boom. It kind of has a little bit of visual glitch, but as you can see right here, it then gets shot in the general direction of our astrolabe, which I forgot to even say the recipe for. Is pretty much just brass around a redstone. And yeah, so it's a cool little system. It's sort of more for fun than it is for practical use, but it's kind of cool. And I really like the animation it does and how it has a little missile and a little cracks in the ground. It's cool. And that pretty much does it for the blocks. Actually, well, we got the engineering table, but that is more towards the exosuit. And yeah, as you can see, this whole time I've been wearing some Steam Exosuit armor. This default is just does really nothing. It's actually you add upgrades onto it. So each recipe is I'll be displaying right now. This is where the nuggets come in. So you get the brass plates, you get the brass nuggets, you get the brass plates, the brass nuggets again. So what you do with this is then you put it on, you look cool in it, but you're not going to actually have much to do with it until you make an engineering table, which is just stone and an iron plate. So you're going to then choose one of your armor pieces and put it in the slot right here. So you're then going to get some upgrade slots. Right now I have an iron plate in it, which gives it sort of that iron look inside of it. Oh, what am I scrolling through? So there's some upgrade slots that actually aren't used right now, but you can put it back over here. Right here, this one is used, so you get the power fist, which is created using a brass piston, some nuggets, and some iron. I have an iron plate for armor protection. Yeah, I believe you can use the other plates for either less or more protection. I'm just using iron. I have the steam wings, which you'll see in a second, and then a steam tank, which is used to hold steam for the steam wings, and also the jetpack. You heard me, jetpack. It's pretty cool. So that right there, the power fist actually, when you punch things, it sort of just blows them back. It's got a really big knockback, as you can see right there. It makes a sound, boom, and knocks them back pretty far. So what other upgrades do we have? We have, with the steam leggings, we have just the plate slot. With the exosuit stuff, we have the fall assist, which will obviously give you less fall damage if you fall, and the plate, this is also unused right here, which I believe is either for step assist or something else later on. It's to be added. But the steam wings have to be my favorite thing. So as you can see right here, I have a pair of wings on. What happens when you fall from a tall height? You get a spread wing. Let's just get up onto here. Oh. Oh, I can't actually get up on here. There we go. Oh, man. Let's just go into creative. Fly up in the air. And then let go, and boom. So you glide, and you can come down very slowly. It's a really nice, I really like how the model looks. I really like how it works. It's not completely flight. It's nice. It's gliding. And I can see myself getting around in my world very nicely. As you can also tell, my FOV is a little bit changed. If I take off any part of these exoskeleton, my FOV will go down. This is because when you have the full armor suit on, you get a speed boost, and you get a little bit faster. So the other thing you can put in this slot right here instead of steam wings is actually a jetpack. Right here. And the jetpack is using a pipe, a steam gauge, a brass ingot, and yeah, that's it. I meant to say brass plate, but that's also in the alternate recipe. So you can put that in here. Boom. As you can see, it's 1 steam consumed per flying tick. It looks really cool on you. Another cool model. I'm a really big fan of this guy's models, and yeah, it works just like a jetpack. As you can see, you can hover. If you just tap, you can also fly really high, and yeah, it uses 1 steam. Oh, let me just fall down. It uses 1 steam per tick as you're flying. So I believe he said it's about 30 minutes of flight. And the way you fill these up is using a steam filler. This is created using 3 pipes and 4 cobblestone, and then you place the item you want to fill inside of it. Oh, keep forgetting that actually equips it. So you put it right here. As you can see, the particles are filling it up with steam, and it's going to take a little bit, so I'm just going to take it back. As you can see, say we had about 4,000 before, we now have 6,000, and yeah, it's on us right now. Actually, it just duplicated itself because I'm in creative. Now, that does it for the exoskeleton. When it comes to tools, we got some really cool stuff. Let's go back into survival mode so then I can show off these tools. Let's just delete some of the stuff that we no longer need. And alright, so let's start off with the steam axe. The steam axe is created using, actually does not have a recipe, I just remembered because it is not actually in production, but for future uses it will have a recipe, so I'm going to show it off because it actually works. It's a really cool mechanic I really like. So you fill it up at a steam filler. Mine is already full, and the way you do it is it won't work by just being full of steam. As you can see right here, it works like a regular fist. You actually have to right click, rev it up, and as you see now, it has a damage indicator on the icon, and now it works like an axe. It's really nice. I really like how you have to be holding it and revving it up. It's a really cool mechanic. Same goes with the steam drill, which works just like a pickaxe. You got to right click, as you see right here, it's spinning up. Now let's just go down into the ground. And wait for it, there we go. Yep. So let's just to show that it actually does work. Right now, it's sort of it's faster definitely than your hand, but it is in no way a viable option of mining. So let's just go back up. In our jetpack, you also now have the steam shovel. Oh, that's not the steam shovel. This is the steam shovel. And I believe it's full, yeah. So this chews through dirt like crazy. As you see right here, it's really nice. But it also, again, runs off of steam, so you're going to need a good supply of steam, a good boiler, and a good supply of water, as well as some coal or any sort of burnable material. So you're going to be burning through a lot of coal, a lot of brass using this mod. But yeah, overall, as I can tell, as I've seen, this mod is really awesome. I'm loving it. The mod author's really good on updates. There's a couple other items like the musket, the pistol, and the revolver, as well as a blunderbuss. They're more for just, you know know what they do. They're pretty much just arrows, or not arrows, they're bow and arrows pretty much. Let's spawn a chicken. And each one does its respective damage depending on the complexity of the recipe, and just use common sense. But as you see right here, chickens are easy to kill, and but it's a really cool mod. It's in early stages, but what it has so far blows me away. I mean, I've seen finished mods with less content than this. So yeah, so this has been Green Flum. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.